Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the first issue of U.S. Avengers. Now, as you know, U.S. Avengers is meant to be like what would happen if we made a more patriotic, more Americanized version of the Avengers, which shows other Marvel characters from different backgrounds coming together with a different purpose, which I don't really see as woke. It was them giving opportunities and how they are now living in a different country. And yeah, the cover mainly has the team like Enigma, Red Hulk, Squirrel Girl, Iron Patriot, and so on. We see how the former X-Men member Sunspot mentions about how that many years ago, him, along with Danny Moonstar, Wolf's Rain, and that were all part of the original New Mutants, and points out about his new team members, and obviously on their first mission, they go against some dangerous cultists in a giant Hellcarrier volcano fortress. And we see how now that Sunspot is now part of AIM and has kind of rebranded it, they see them going against the kind of new threat. And what's interesting is one of the members who's meant to be Red Hulk isn't meant to be General Ross. Instead, meant to be General Maverick, who's obviously a copy and paste version of General Ross. I think the point about making a new character, you want to kind of make it newer, fresher, and all that. And of course, we are introduced to the daughter of the same guy who made Iron Man's armor when he escaped, and point out how she made her own sort of Iron Man-like armor and is meant to be Iron Patriot, but of course is more of a pacifist and doesn't really use weapons and that, but only force fields and everything else. And we kind of see how she manages to kind of create a force field. One of the newer members, known as Enigma, who's obviously meant to be kind of similar to Ghost, but manages to phase through, saying, "I feel I am finding my life again, and perhaps I can find it here." What? This is called phasing. In English, what I do. I move between atoms and molecules. I can move you too. And of course, we see how she manages to kind of get everyone out from the Hellcarrier fortress. And we see how Sunspot manages to get Cannonball, Squirrel Girl, and a whole army of flying squirrels to deal with the missiles. And of course, we kind of see how the squirrels manage to kind of deal with the bombs, Iron Patriot kind of keeping the force field intact, and we see how General Maverick says, "Safety lock switching off in 4, 3, 2, 1, finally." And we kind of see how in his interview, he points out about everything that he's been doing, and how he's now the new Red Hulk after what happened with General Ross. And him saying, "Alright, Hulk plug-in, do your slugging." Need to work on that catchphrase. Right out to all points. And of course, we see how they manage to break through the fortress, and we see how even how Cannonball, as well as Squirrel Girl, are kind of surprised with how powerful he was. And we kind of see how Cannonball points out when he was younger, his father died in the coal mines and kept up the work, with him saying, "Yeah, but I was a mutant, so I didn't. Instead, I met a man named of Professor Charles Xavier. Charles had an American dream of his own. A dream of people all kinds, all needs, all the different ways a form can be." And even points out if he saw what things were now after his death in Avengers vs. X-Men, then yeah, he wouldn't really be surprised. But of course, after doing the interview tape, and even point out if they're doing the right things, we kind of see how they get met by a future version of Captain America, who's meant to be the daughter of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. And yeah, pretty much we are introduced to a new Red Skull, who points out about the riches and that they'll have, and him saying, "Get yourselves welcome to the Scroll-Curry." And this was pretty much the story. And I would say, yeah, US Avengers isn't really woke, feminist, or anything else. It's just kind of showing how people come from different backgrounds looking for a better life somewhere else. And you can tell some of them do want to do the right things, some of them aren't really bad people, but know that their hearts are going to be in the right place. And I think this story definitely deserves a thumbs in the middle. It's alright, not good, but its heart is always going to be in the right place. Similar to DC. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.